Weaver's thread. Theodora's like,
Yes.
I can't think about this cube shit right now. I just can't. I just, you know what? That's.
I think
I got hit with it. Now that's y'all's thing. It's above me now.
I think that's a great thing to branch off of, as Theodora, as all of this has kind of been happening, you're processing a lot of things at one time right now, right? The ever-growing list. I think at this moment, Sparky, are you sitting or are you standing in this moment?
I think I'm standing, like, because Rory told us to leave the room for the
brief duration. Yeah.
So I think I might just like be standing in the hallway or something.
Okay. I think Sparky in this moment is just doing the thing that dogs tend to do sometimes when they utterly adore you. It's just sitting directly by you and just looking straight up at you. Just with all the love in the world. You are their entire world. But you have a lot of things bouncing around in your head. You are one that usually not necessarily comes up with a game plan, but you always have some kind of order of operations, right? Based upon need. Like, this is the most immediate. This we can kind of table a little bit, and this can be put on the back burner. What is going on in your mind? Because I have to imagine that some of that is in conflict right now.
All of it is in conflict right now. I think there's, just, okay, we have to go to the graveyard district. We need to get the Bone Weaver's thread, go to Aerie, help them make the potion if they need help. And then just like a list of like just trying to like sort things out, but then like everything is like most things rather are like the same level of pressing. But there's also just like this like home. Need to go home. Like just that constant in the back of her mind, like that punctuates literally every, like that is the bullet point to every item on the list is go home.
Sure. Would you mind making a wisdom savings throw? And interestingly enough, you want to fail this roll.
Okay, great. Well, I'm sure I did, because that is what I think my wisdom is a +3 saving throw. I literally just wrote it down, but then no thoughts had empty. Yeah, so that's a 7.
Okay. With a 7, Sparky seems to be trying to make eye contact, is doing the thing of they are sensing that there is a lot of stuff going down. So I think even after a few moments of them whimpering and kind of wagging their tail as you're kind of like just in your head sorting through all of those things, you feel a weight as they have kind of gone up on their haunches and are putting their paws on your shoulders just to kind of ground you a little bit. They are very heavy.
My knees buckle.
Yep. They're very heavy. And they are staring intently at you. And after
I guess I just stare back.
And
I do a staring contest.
Yeah.
Like I do with Prince.
And after a moment, you feel yourself kind of being pulled away. This is not an unfamiliar sensation to you either. As Theodora, I have to imagine, has daydreamed before. This is slightly different. It's got variations of and hints of when you dreamwalked all those weeks ago with Sparky as your guide, your tether. Same thing. You find yourself now not in the confines of the inn at Lilon with Astani, a dead body, and Rory talking about cubes and such, but instead walking a darkened path ahead of you. Shadows, not reaching, but ever so often swirling around you, not menacingly, for you live within the shadows. And after a moment, you see several golden threads of wheat kind of moving through the shadows and on the breeze. And those 2 threads of wheat become much clearer. Can you take a second and describe what your brother looks like?
I mean, he looks very much like Deodora, taller, but still dark skin, gold eyes. His hair is still in dreads. They're a little bit more like they're shorter than hers were before she shaved them off. It's kind of like the only best way I can describe it is like Killmonger, like that, like those kinds of dreads, like just like that. A little more lithe than Deodora. She's muscular and he's more of like dexterity, roguish ranger type. So, but yeah, just like kind of like a lot of people mistake them for like fraternal twins, but he is older than her. And yeah.
In this moment, he is wearing heavy bandages of white and gray, but also green, using the nature that's innately around. Going from his upper left shoulder down across his body to the right hip, and then across like his rib cage. And you can see splotches of where blood was seeping through. He looks very tired, truthfully. Very, very tired, and almost like, who just woke me up? Kind of thing like this. This seems to have kind of been the alarm clock, so to speak. You immediately also smell the scent of lavender, balsam, peppermint, and a lot of other kind of healing herbs, kind of all mashed together to help with preventing infection, to help with pain, just to help purify the wound as much as possible. He is supported in this moment by another individual, and you would know this to be likely one of the kind of clerics within the Shiftweave tribe, who is kind of assisting not only in the healing, but also helping with the connection, as their wheat is a little bit stronger in this moment. They seem to be the anchor by which your brother is kind of hanging on to. And you kind of just see a look of relief that you're okay on his face, as a small smile breaks out, and then just takes in how big Sparky has gotten since the last time you spoke to him. And I think you see for a moment his eyes like bug for a minute. Yeah, remind me not to piss you off, huh, dear?
Too late.
Well, what had you screaming repeatedly on the door?
Which time? Which time?
Right now.
You? Demelza?
You kind of see he looks away after a moment. I'm okay. The tribe's okay.
What happened?
We went after what had been hunting you. Then noticed some strange things happening in the graveyard district and thought it might be connected since we were right there. And you kind of see a look of just regret and guilt paint itself onto his face. I rushed in. No plan. No scouting. And we were cut down. It's my fault.
That's not the full story. For them.
And it just nods. I can imagine.
Can you?
To an extent.
I had to finish them off.
I'm so sorry. I was afraid.
It's okay to be afraid.
No. Not when it means abandoning others.
They wanted you to go.
I still shouldn't have.
Yes, you should have. Because you would be just as lost as they are now, if not.
Who's to say? They might have.
No.
Had we prepared better, had I prepared better, we might have. Might have had more of a chance.
You stumbled into one thing while pursuing another. And yes, it was connected, but next time just do information gathering, please.
He nods. That's largely what I'll be doing for the next couple of days while I'll heal up anyways.
No, you'll be healing up for the next couple days and then gathering information.
He kind of nods and then closes his eyes thinking on it. I'm having others gather that information. We received word from Tinyl not to go beyond the borders. So some of the tribe is retreating elsewhere, splitting up, so to speak, to go and see about other threads that are not within the city perimeters.
I think, when did you last hear from Tinyl?
I spoke to him briefly in messages last night. He had mentioned that you wanted to talk too.
I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
That's why I wanted to reach out too.
I think after a moment, because I assume this is the dream world, but I can I could see what's going on with him. I can pull something out of my pocket and show him. I pull out that map that I took off that body and I show him. And I say, I showed this to Tinyl. This was taken off of an assailant. They've been tracking you. Probably behind, but they've still been able to figure out where you all have been.
He kind of looks,
and I oh, go ahead.
I think he looks at the map, and after a moment he says, well, that's partially the reason why we've been moving around so much. And he kind of nods towards it. Each of those are former campsites. We never stay in one place more than a day.
It, remind me, when it showed it, was it on a circle? Was it or was it dotted all over the place?
Dotted all over the place, but it's around a circle because the city of Dorix is the circle. But it was around the outer, I would say the north, a little bit to the east, mainly the north and northwest portion just of that. So essentially, because Dorix is landlocked in terms of the city and then it's the ocean, trying to cut it off around so it's only seafaring. So
okay. Be a bit more randomized when you guys are moving, because this is still a pattern that can easily be figured out.
Correct. And you kind of see he looks to the cleric at his right, who seems to be like kind of muttering and almost like taking notes based off of the conversation that you're giving.
What do you all need from me?
Your brother pauses for a moment. Truthfully, I just need you to be safe. As safe as you can be, all things considered. There's a lot going on here, Dia.
I know.
And this is far beyond the games that we played as children.
I know that a bit more intimately than you may think.
I'll believe that, actually. The village elders have been putting a lot of pressure. I've been getting a lot of kickback for some of these decisions as they just want to isolate completely. But how can we isolate and ignore a problem that's so in our faces?
And that has everything to do with us.
Exactly.
We can't run from this. It'll just find us.
And
It's already found us.
We can't put our heads in the sand.
No.
That's truthfully. And he kind of looks for a moment at the cleric. Truthfully, what got us into this mess. By not communicating, by not working with others. We are working so much harder and at a behind pace.
It made sense maybe centuries ago. But things are different now, and if the elders can't understand that, then they can go and isolate while the rest of us clean up whatever mess they've led us into.
Agreed.
And I'm like looking at the cleric while I say this, like
Yeah.
dead eye contact, because like, yes, this is like a dream space, but like, wait till I get home, I will rock your fucking world if you even try something. Like, I'm so like Theodore is so just done, and like Indigo can like hear in my voice like that kind of like that just quaking rage that's been building up inside her. Like she just like is so close to just going fucking feral on anything that gets in her fucking way at this point.
I think your brother gives the look of, oh shit, shit's happening. Like just the very knowing look of just knowing that no one wants to catch this heat. Absolutely not. No.
I had 3 attacks now, bitch. Just kidding. Sorry. Nobody wants the smoke.
Of just knowing, hey, this is not what we want. And kind of, I think the cleric just doesn't say anything. They've always been a very neutral party.
He's like just taking notes, like,
No,
okay, she gonna fuck me up.
Right. And your brother just kind of nods. And I think you hear, versus him saying it, as the kind of shift we forms in your head of a memory, and it's of your brother passing along a missive to be sent up north to the Shiftweave tribe that's based up there. And the connotation of it, right, I won't read the whole letter, so to speak, but the gist of it is that wanting to reunite the two wholes together.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the fight ahead, trying to get information of what might be going on up north, where they might be at, because he doesn't even know where they're at.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sending a message very carefully, but sending it into the dark and hoping that he gets an answer. And you can see he did this with Demelza, with Rajin, shortly before the incident. Like probably that morning before everyone woke up. And you kind of see he like seems to just linger on their images for a hot minute as he's processing grief. Before he just cuts the connection and kind of just is looking at you. I think the better question of our time is, what do you need?
I don't even know what I need. I know what I want, but it's not safe right now.
What do you want?
I come home.
Kind of nods. Well, he looks around for a minute. Think of this as your home, for at least the time being. But we're here.
It's an adequate substitute, I guess.
And just so you're aware, we do have eyes on you as well. So, if you need help, we're there. You're not alone.
Same.
You have so many people, Dia, that love you. And will be there for you.
It's hard to remember that sometimes.
We all need that reminder. Frankly, the young ones in the tribe were giving me a lot of shit, wanting to know what you've been up to, what the great Diodora has been up to. So even the split second of seeing you for a moment was enough to get them all riled up for a few days.
Oh my god, I don't even want to get into everything I've been through. It's like, literally, like, you know, I'm mad at you right now. If I told you some of this stuff, you'd be mad at me. So
I'm sure.
let's not do this right now, to be honest.
We'll save it for a night where we both can have lots of drinks.
Yeah.
And all of this is far beyond us.
Yes. I think at that thought, like, something occurs to me. It's like, there is one thing.
Yeah.
I think I've inadvertently caught the attention of a noble. And I think he is part of everything that's going on right now.
Mm.
So beware of Verrero.
Caught the attention, what do you mean?
I think I give him like a brief rundown of what happened the night before, like with the monster, and then basically mouthing off to this motherfucker who just came in and wanted to be a sarcastic piece of shit and not help, and like, you know, he just seemed weirdly interested. I don't know. It was strange.
Well,
I think I got under his skin.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean,
Yeah.
but I'm not exactly surprised either.
Yeah, I
just
mean,
knowing you.
his skin seemed pretty thin anyway.
We'll keep an eye on him as best as we can.
Yeah. And I also will tell him about, like, the blood magic shit.
Mm-hmm. We had been wondering whether there had been the scent of blood in the air. And then Tiny will fill this in. Just since the incident, a lot of us have been kind of keeping a little bit closer in and not wandering into the city. So we had seen smoke rising, but we weren't exactly sure what was going on.
Yeah.
Until we saw when we got up this morning what it all looked like. So blood magic, as you're well aware, is not something to be messed with. And I think you actually see like a genuine look of fear on his face with that.
I mean, if it's in the wrong hands, yeah. And right now it's in the wrong hands. I think there's a mole in Tiny's. There's like, now I'm like kind of thinking and like sort of like slowly putting some pieces together, but just sort of like it's like stream of consciousness type of,
Yeah.
you know? It's like, I think there's a mole in Tyneel's forces.
Wouldn't be surprised. That's why he's the only one that knows about us. I think even his assistant has no idea.
No, she doesn't. But I trust her. I wouldn't trust her with this, but I think she is one of the few that can be trusted.
Agreed. I would say keep your thoughts safe if that's the situation. From what you've mentioned now with magic users into play, and you kind of see this like rolling of the eyes.
Can I send him like an image of the argument I had with Sonia
Of course you
Rory
can.
just earlier about chopping off hands?
I think he just starts laughing and then coughing because he's still recovering. He's still in a lot of pain, but just this laughter fills the air. And again, not surprised. They're able to pull something from us, whether it be blood, shadow, or otherwise. You, I can tell, possess a lot of knowledge that you cannot speak into the air right now. Guard your thoughts.
Well, luckily for me, I am traveling with someone who speaks only in the mind and knows how to guard that very thing.
Good. Say that's going to be an asset to you ahead.
Yeah. One of the few magic users I've met that just isn't a complete total piece of shit, to be honest.
It's a rarity, honestly.
Oh my God. It's been so it's like every fucking time we run into somebody who's a goddamn magic user, and I'm just like,
Red flag.
chop the hands off.
Yeah.
Yep,
no, I understand.
And I hate to generalize, I hate to generalize, but like
for sure.
It's like it's been almost every single time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it seems like you're traveling with good people. So
I am. I'm
good.
I'm also not alone because I have them.
Good. And you see genuine relief on his face. The idea that you would be handling this all by yourself, frankly, that's more terrifying to me.
I laugh not because I think that's funny, but just because I think when he says that, I go, well, I think if I was me by myself, I don't know if I would have gotten this far because there's been a lot of reading.
Oh, yeah.
And frankly,
You seem to, from what I can tell, though, I mean, and Tyneel's remarked on it too, that your shift weaving has really gotten a lot stronger. You said you have an accent now when you're doing the shift weave, so.
Do I?
I hear it a little bit, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I don't know. I've come across it in a lot of places. Maybe I picked up something.
Could be. Well,
I do want to say above table, Indigo does know how to read, by the way.
1,000%.
This is just like a Theodora, that's not the way I want to learn.
No. And he's very much aware of that. Well, here's what we can do. And this might put you at ease as well. You're going to need to learn your shift weaving abilities a lot quicker. A lot quicker.
I'm trying. This armor has helped a lot, but...
And you can see he's been admiring you in that armor since you popped in. He recognized it immediately of what it was. This is what we can do. Because I can't come to you and you can't come to me, this will allow for you to start exploring your other abilities. Shift weavians, and he kind of gestures around, we can walk through dreams. because they are the shadows of the day. They are memory more often than not.
Yeah.
So we can meet and start working on those abilities a bit more. I am in the process of trying to find you a teacher that will be able to assist beyond the realm of what I can do.
Okay.
And you kind of see the look on his face as he looks pained to say this, but also proud to say this. You're already a lot stronger than I am with your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be working to do that.
You have your own strengths, though.
True. This isn't a nudge against me. It's more innate to you. But I can show you what I've learned so far. And we can work on getting the tools ahead.
Okay.
Would that put you at ease? It still puts you in contact with the tribe. It just may not be every day. But
yes, because I need to know what the fuck I'm doing.
I agree.
I'm gonna help people.
And help yourself.
I'm people.
True. But you know what I mean.
I do. But you also know what I mean.
We'll do that every couple of days, as much as we're able to. There might be times that we can't contact each other because any kind of gestures around.
Mm-hmm.
But you now know that there is a way to contact.
Yes. I actually meant to do it last night, but I passed out.
Well, from the sounds of it, you needed it. So I'm kind of happy you did, because it gave the possibility of rest. Because it is dangerous to dream walk, and you're not at your best, but better than you have been. To walk through a dream comes at a cost. So I'm glad you got rest.
Yeah.
Make sure you do that, Dia. You are a soldier, but you are not an automaton that can just keep going.
Oh, no, that's Rory.
Right. Them. He's just acclimating. And you kind of see he's starting to just look a little bit more drained as the conversation's kind of going. He's leaning more so on the cleric as this is kind of going.
One more thing.
Yeah.
And then you should also rest.
Believe me, a nap is calling my name.
You might already be doing this, but there is a weapon that came with this armor that was stolen.
Where?
Okay. If you find out about where it is, tell me.
All we've been able to find is it's north. Partially the reason why we want to get into contact with the northern tribe is they might have seen it, they might have it. We don't know.
I would be surprised if they had it.
I would be as well, but new day, there's always something surprising about it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I love you, brother.
I love you.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That doesn't really narrow it down.
Don't rush into things without thinking about it first, at least, like, I rush into things, but I'm also thinking about it, like,
okay.
You are, listen, I know you're the older sibling here, but I'm going to just tell you right now, you, as a roguish type person, you do not need to be running into danger all the time.
I'm working on that.
Work on it a little harder and faster. Thank you.
Got it.
Don't make me do an intimidation check, because I fucking will.
No, it doesn't need to. You can see that each word is hitting home, because whether you since the discussion and bringing up of Demelza and Rajin, it's almost like,
Rogier.
thank you, Rogier. It's almost like their images have never fully left his mind. You can see even now they weigh heavy on him.
I think seeing that, it doesn't make me feel good, but it makes me feel a little bit of relief because it's the same weight that I've been carrying. And it feels good to know that I'm not doing it alone.
I think
No, I am the baby of the I'm the
You
baby of
are.
the siblings. I shouldn't have had to do it. So like,
No.
bro, I'm just kidding.
and but you can see that all of that weighs heavily on him. Larger and heavier than any brick or blade, or even the wounds that he's carrying. All of that is measured and you can see it's a constant drain on him. And I think as you kind of feel the connection fading, as you can see, like, he's just getting ready to just succumb to sleep. The cleric kind of talking quietly. You get a surface level thought from him through that connection again. And it is of the four of you, much younger, much years before he took on the responsibility of having to lead this tribe, of wearing that mantle. Just a sunny day in the desert, running around, sledding on the sand, burying each other, sand fights, all of that.
Me just sort of tagging along with like the big kids.
Getting into trouble, finding a couple scorpions in the sand that a little bit more difficult, but you all having each other's backs. Both then and now. As that connection fades. And you find Sparky in this moment has climbed off of you. And it's just kind of looking at your paw. Not your paw, your hand. He has his paw.
You can call it my paw. He can call it my paw.
For sure. As you find yourself back, Astani in the room, Rory likely in this moment coming out of the room you all were in, ready for a new day as the thunder, lightning, and the rain continues to pour outside.
As I come out of this, and I assume this only was like a few seconds.
Oh,
really.
yeah. For you, it was like 10, 20 minutes, but in reality, it was only
for
about
them, it was like
a minute maybe, where you were kind of just off in a daydream.
Yeah. I kind of looked like I was maybe meditating or a little bit or thinking about what was needed to be done. I do think that like as I come out of this dream state, there's still a lot happening, but I maybe look a little less burdened by things. Like slightly, like a little bit, just a little bit got shaved off.
Just something that took the edge off just a bit.
Yeah, I took the edge off. Like it's like I took a hit of something and it's gonna last like 5 minutes and then I'm gonna be stressed out again.
Well, I think that'll do for the body. You can all come back in the room. Nothing exploded.
Oh, thank goodness. And like Osani's like just open the door. Oh, we're good. All right, Theodora.
We should get going.
Yes, let's leave. And I don't think a prestidigitation would help the fees that we'll get from the tavern. So,
I mean, it's. I don't.
Let's not worry about that. That's fine.
I also think that maybe it sounds, just based on what Rory said, that Blackstone and Benji have some sort of relationship, and maybe Benji owes Blackstone something. So
incredible, great.
But also, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? We're here trying to save your city. You're gonna charge me for a little scorch marks on the floor. I don't
You
think so.
know,
I will eat
People
crow for
try the
dinner.
most.
I will say too,
if I
this
have to.
this place was pretty messy. The only reason
Yeah,
your room is clean is because Rory tends to mend and fix
Yeah,
everything.
Roy
Like Benji
cleaned
was
it.
pretty clear he wanted it to be a mess kind of thing. Like there is a
Mhm.
reason for it.
Yeah, because
So-
then nobody wants
He-
to. Because then nobody wants to come stay here.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, the other thing too is even as Rory's fixing things, Rory has left a lot of things undone because Benji specifically said, "Hey, I know how you get down, and I need you to not do that in my hotel room."
Yeah,
Pretty much.
absolutely. There's like now like scratch marks on the floor from Sakali and Sparky, like no questions.
Oh, for
Probably,
sure.
like hoof prints
And
from
what like
stomping.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or heel prints. Maybe her since she
All right, then.
wears espadrilles or whatever. I don't even know. She's in them Louboutins.
Oh, and by the way, I've considered something.
Hmm.
I think we might need to stop by a market and pick up a few things.
What do we need to pick up?
I have a list this time. It's mostly for me, although I think some of it will be
Oh.
helpful for you.
I mean, you guys had a list last time, and I just handed it over to the person, and they just got me what I needed. Is this
Remember,
a secret list?
it is not a secret list, but remember, the list of things that we're going to have you involved in today is only 2 things long. Just 2.
I might have room for another. I'll tell you later.
Same. And I make our way downstairs to go and find Benji.
Okay. You can see in this moment he is looking over several books. Seems to be checking someone out from the inn itself. Thank you very much for your business, Mr. Yeah, you. Yeah. Have a great rest of your whatever you was that you were doing, and make sure to pop on by the inn at Leland or one of our other establishments. Ah, Mr. Rubin, it's so good to see you. Did you have a good sleep? As again, more lightning and thunder kind of sounds from outside.
A fantastic one. Lovely weather that we're having today.
It is. Frankly, it's been a minute since we've had this much rain. I'm gonna not gonna lie, I love it.
So,
Love it a bit.
I was hoping that my friends and I would, if you could give us some directions on the best way to take a more scenic tour
Sure.
of Jorix.
Now, are you talking about a true tourist experience, or are you talking about you trying to be stealthy motherfuckers more so around the city? That's important to differentiate, my friend.
There's like a yeah, well, definitely more the latter, especially given that, we wanted to, let's say, take our little tour without distractions.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's kind of honestly, truthfully, could be just as simple as what you did yesterday, right? When you left my office, you got a bag full of tricks. Just changing your appearance every so often, right? Remember the charade of when you first got into, and he kind of lowers his voice a little bit, first got into the stuff with the Orenthal, back in 05, right? We had that spree. You were tailing me, and you got so confused because I walked into a market and I had been literally just popping in and out as different people.
So Benji,
Yeah.
that's fair. That would absolutely work for me. On the other hand, if you would just look just behind me a moment.
That's what I'm saying, though, right? They'll be so busy trying to look for you, they won't be able to find your friends. You're the quicker of them, I can tell. So, if they focused on you, right? When you're out in the business, you are usually going to go for two things. Either the people that are moving slow or the people are moving quick. More often than not, your eyes are following whoever is quick, right? Because they're the ones that are going to be the most dangerous because you're not going to know where they're coming from. So they're truthfully, because you're just, he kind of just gestures at you, because you're you, they're going to just really be focusing on you, man. Use that to your advantage. Make yourself everywhere. So that way, they can't help but look everywhere except at your friends. You know what I mean?
You, my fine feather friend, are an endless source of wisdom.
I try my best. Listen, I'm happy to teach you some of my tricks too if you ever need. Listen, there was one time when I was in a fight and it was outside of the gates. This was like, I think probably before you and point staff were even a thing, right? I was just a newly hatched me. And so there, there were some people that wanted to take me and I said, no. And so I busied myself we weren't in a busy street, right? Didn't have that around us. No.
Mm-hmm.
I busied myself. We were in the woods. So I moved from tree to tree, changing what I looked like, changing what I sound like. And you can see as he's saying all this, his voice is changing too. I just can't do it because I got to stay with one right now.
That's fair.
I made myself a bear. I made myself a squirrel moving through the trees, constantly moving around to the point that they were so confused they were running into each other. I made myself a problem. It was not only for my safety, but I was also trying to help out this very large turtle that was also being hunted by these individuals and was having some harder time moving. Now, I'm not saying your friends are as slow as a turtle. That would be very offensive of me, and I would never say that. They're both lovely and honestly could probably kick my ass. It's the reality of the situation. But make yourself the problem. You get what I mean?
I pull another cube out of the bag.
Oh, God, don't. I've heard you mention.
I have a pretty solid idea of how I can make myself a problem, but of course, never enter your establishment. There is kind of mess that you want, and then there are these things.
And that's not the mess I want. I'm going to be very for real with you, all right? Honestly, I feel like I need a sign that says, no shirt, no shoes, no cubes, no service.
What you want to do is a no circle with a lightning bolt. But I'm going to also say this. You still know what the good word is on a market for people who might need a magical trinket or two.
I mean, you could always go to what remains of the grotto. But probably if you're looking at more magically inclined, you might more so want to pop over to Erudite Quarter. That's where they stock all the stuff for the wizards, the bards, the druids, all that. They probably got some magic shops over there. They also have the museo. Now, I'm not saying you go to the museo's like gift shop, but if you're feeling maybe steal an item or two from the museo, I'm just saying. You have options,
I do. I will also add here. Have you talked to a certain star wizard about me possibly visiting them this week?
No, because I slept after our conversation yesterday. It was very stressful, and I needed some sleep. So, no. And just because I also figured it might be a bit of a sensitive topic if I brought it to him versus you going to him. You know what I mean? Because that's a bond between the two of you that I don't necessarily want to intrude upon,
Oh, you just want me to surprise him by showing up at his job?
I mean, Not gonna lie, it is pretty funny if that were to happen. But, like, that's a you and him thing, you know?
Okay,
He
fair
knows
enough.
you're in the area because, the Orenthal has had eyes on you, So, like, he knows you're in the area. But he is of the mindset, as is his whole belief, right? Magic. That is your decision whether you want to reach out to him or not.
Okay. Then I suppose I will. In a more direct manner, I guess.
Probably best.
Okay. Be the problem. I guess that's our lesson for today.
Yeah, be the problem. Because listen, then they can never hit your friends, and then they can never hit you because they don't know what they're looking at.
Okay. Then, do you have like a small, like little changing room down here that I could use real quick?
Why?
Change,
You
of
just
course.
full deadpan of why?
To change, of course.
There's a bathroom just down the hall.
Fantastic. Benji, thank you so much.
Mhm.
And I will try to stay out of trouble, or at least make it count.
Well,
and I
Hang on.
walk back.
Are you leaving, like, fully this in, or are you going to another establishment? Like, what? You leaving a little ominously, my friend. That's all. Is the room procured back, or what?
Hey. You told me I should be a problem today. I'm practicing. And then I
Okay,
run
not
over
like
to the
that.
girls.
You hear as the door shuts.
So, Astani, Theodore. I'm going to make a small clothing adjustment. And after I do, if you wouldn't mind, give yourself a good 15 to 20 minutes after I leave. And then you can leave. Based on what we're doing for the Bone Weaver situation. You two want to head to the mausoleum. I am going to see if I can give people reasons not to follow you to the mausoleum.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm off to go change, and then let's see about meeting you all at the mausoleum. And I head into the changing room. We're gonna have like a little montage. The montage looks like me summoning Corbin and going, well, I guess this is going to be our bonding moment. And I start pulling out all of the things that I have that have bright colored thread in them. And if you want, I can roll you a roll for disguising kit, because I have that proficiency.
Sure.
Okay, how do those? It's whatever the D20 is plus proficiency, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that is a 21 for disguises. I take all of these things and I try to make an item that is one of those stands out, even in these dark weather situations.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like Blackstone goes into the restroom and comes out, and it's just in the mask that you first met them in, Theodora. In the mask that you first met them in this hood, but with a scarf that has all of these bright colors on it that they have somehow managed to stitch into all of the clothing that they're wearing in some way. So there's like a bright yellow patch here, an orange patch there. Their scarf is this intense red color. And then you see them walk outside. They step outside about 30 feet in a straight line so you can see them walking out. And then you see multiple like colors of light appear, start orbiting them. I'm gonna use dancing lights on myself. And then just start what? I'm just gonna pick a random direction away from the mausoleum and start walking
making
into
yourself
places.
so obnoxiously bright that
You
actually
did.
nobody wants to look at you.
I love it. I love it so
Just being
much.
being really visible, and then the moment that I find a crowd of people, I'm going to dispel all of it and just start doing weird stuff.
I love it. You head out. Time passes. And Astani and Deodora, you head out as well. Out into the rain, lightning, and thunder. With some relief, but a lot on your shoulders as well. And that is where we will end for today. Great job, everybody. Oh boy. Thank you so much for hanging out with us as we have had another episode of Ampistrano, and I am so very excited to see what is going to happen next week. Thank you also, by the way, for all of the raids, and if you stuck around for that, just thank you so much. That really means a lot that you were able to hang out with us. Thank you to our lovely mod team as always as well. Let's go ahead and go around, say who we are and who we've been playing and all the ways that we can support all the wonderful things that you are doing. Let's start with Maz.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Maz. Wonderful things I am doing. The games sometimes on my channel, and then I also on Catchy Cantrips on Tuesdays. I'm also producing a couple of shows on Starcrawl. Like tonight, there will be a Thirsty Sword Lesbians one shot that was recorded, and it's awesome, and it was really, really funny. So if you love exes coming back together, drama, flirting, and writing letters to girlfriends.
Say less.
Should I? Okay, definitely come through and give it some support. Also, the second part of our Regency game will be up on YouTube as well. So people who are interested on what couple ended up with who, you can figure out, like, you'll watch and see. But yeah, I will hopefully be streaming tomorrow morning. I want to kind of finish Resident Evil really badly before I have to start work next week. So I haven't stopped thinking about that.
Wonderful. Let's popcorn over to Sin, our resident peacock at the end of the episode. Sin, tell us about yourself and where we can support you.
Hello, greetings and salutations. I am Sinziak, your resident sunflower tea person who plays a lot of RPGs and adventure things. So pronouns are he, they. Today I have been Rory for you, whose pronouns are he, him, and telling stories about Blackstone, whose pronouns are they and he, very interchangeably, non-bronery, as it were. That being said, today's question, as I think about it, is, are robots in fact non-binary? Discuss.
Love it.
In the meanwhile, while we're here, I am obviously here with these lovely people on Saturdays at 3 p.m., but you can also catch me with the major Linux crew yelling at the tech and gaming industry because, again, they supply me an endless amount of material every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I have snuck somehow back into streaming, so that will also be coming up at this week at some point. Yesterday, we played a entirely ridiculous round of Risk of Rain and had a bunch of fun with that, and I look forward to more of that nonsense. So, yeah, stay tuned. I'm on Blue Sky. That is, well, Black Sky, actually. I'm on Black Sky. That is where I'm at social media-wise most of the time.
Love it. And last but certainly not least, Fair.
Hi, I'm Farron. I've been Deodora Shadeson, your extremely stressed Battlemaster fighter who finally got to see her brother after 5-6 episodes at this point. You can follow me on socials at Fairbear, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, and here on Twitch. I am trying to return to streaming next week. We'll see if that works. If not next week, then the week after next. It kind of just depends on work things. But you can also find me over on Dibbles and Dice channel, 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern, for Philly by Night, The Monster Within, which is a Vampire the Masquerade campaign. And I'm doing other stuff and things, but y'all don't need to know about that yet. So
also, it's Fair's birthday month, and you should also go support. It's also, Women's History Month too, so
But more importantly, my birthday month. Because let's be real, most women's history, they're like, let's only focus on the white women. It's like, okay.
So please go and support Fair. And all of the things. Support this entire cast. They're wonderful. And again, thank you so much to our mod team. Thank you again for that raid. Thank you, Raiders, so much for today. It's been wonderful to make some new friends and welcome others into the fold. I will hopefully be live tomorrow. And then back with another week of streaming, as well as showcasing Celasta 2. We got early access to that, so that'll be fun to check that RPG out on stream. And yeah, we are gonna head out of here, y'all, but catch us next week for a brand new episode and seeing what trouble and chaos lies in store for this wonderful cast. But from all of us here to all of you, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you next time from Beyond the Veil. Bye, everybody.